Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Samara from CoachingConsciousCreators.com. I can't even see myself, the sun is so bright. I hope that you guys can see me when this video is done. But I wanted to talk about how to control your emotions. So I was having a conversation with a friend yesterday, and she was talking about how she just can't help how she feels. She's being controlled by her emotions. She's in a relationship where someone is treating her poorly, but she just cares about them so much, and she wished that she wasn't so emotionally involved. I have always been very in control of my emotions, to the point of going overboard and actually disregarding them altogether and not seeing how useful they could be. But I want to help those of you who feel like you just can't get past emotions. There is a secret that you should know. Your emotions are 100% based on your thoughts. Your thoughts are 100% under your control. That sounds crazy to someone who's never monitored their thoughts, who doesn't even stop to consider what they might be thinking about. Really, what's happened is if you feel like your emotions are out of control or you're controlled by your emotions, it's because you've developed a habit of indulging in certain thoughts, and you've developed a habit of letting your thoughts run free. It's kind of like dealing with little kids, right? Kids look for patterns. They look for you to control the situation, and they look to see where their boundaries are. They look to see how much they can get away with. And thoughts are things. Thoughts are things that live and move and transfer from one person to another. And so they're looking for you to be in control, but if you're not paying any attention to them, just like if you're not paying any attention to children, they will run amok. They will do whatever they want to do. They will develop some really bad habits. And most of those things that they do, the directions they go in, are based on outside influences, things that other people tell you are the right way to think or do things, or just willy-nilly. This is what I think is best. When you're not paying attention to your thoughts, they do whatever they want to do. And typically they do whatever your parents did, and whatever it is that you observed from age 0 to 7. If you don't monitor your thoughts, they will follow those patterns. And so if you're feeling a certain way and not paying attention to what you're thinking, it may feel like you're out of control emotionally, or like you can't help how you feel. But the secret is to get still, to get really still, to not hate your emotions. Like say, oh, I wish I didn't feel this way. But to say, I feel this way, and sit with it. Sit with it and let it kind of flow through you. And then say, why do I feel this way? Start asking yourself questions, and just get really still and monitor your thoughts. For example, if you're in a relationship, and I'm just coming off the fly with this, and you think, oh my God, I need this person. I just need this person in my life. I'm so in love with this person. This person is the one. Those are the thoughts that are running through your mind, and that person is treating you poorly, and so you feel bad because you feel tied to this person, and at the same time you're not having the experience that you would like to have in the relationship. Ask yourself if you do really need that person. Start getting really logical. Is this the only option for me? Could I be in a situation where I'm experiencing the things I like about this relationship and also not experiencing the things that I don't like? Is that possible? Have I seen examples of that? What is it about myself that I would have to believe to attract this type of situation? What do I believe about myself? Do I think that I'm unattractive? Do I think that I'm not smart? Do I think that I can't provide for myself financially or create the same experiences for myself as this other person? What are the thoughts that make me feel like I need to stay in a situation that doesn't make me happy? That I can't control how I feel about another person? What am I thinking that is causing me to feel this way? And once you develop a habit of monitoring your thoughts, the second step is to develop a habit of being able to shift them. And I think I'm going to do another video on why we want to hold on to certain thoughts sometimes. Sometimes we feel that by holding on to certain thoughts or beliefs, that there's some reward on the other side, or that will be justified and understood by others. Sometimes we don't want to let go of negative thoughts because we don't want to forgive. Like, we don't want to let somebody else off the hook. because we don't understand that we're not letting anyone off the hook for anything ever. All we're doing is changing our emotional state to one that we want versus one that we don't want, and what happens to another person becomes irrelevant when we are experiencing what we want to experience. Now, if there's a situation, say for example, you have a neighbor who's harassing you and they keep bringing that experience back, then yes, you're going to have to take steps. But if something happened in your past and you just haven't let it go, like it doesn't matter what you do, that situation is behind you, it's no longer affecting your current reality, you're just allowing it to affect your thinking, which in turn affects your emotions and your experience, let that go. So, like I said, the next step after just monitoring what you're thinking is shifting. If you're having a thought and it's a habitual thought, it's like an exercise. It's like lifting weights to say, wait, no, I'm going to shift to this particular thought, and let yourself do that and let your emotions follow that new thought. It's as simple as that. Sometimes we prioritize these values that we have, like I said, values that we were handed from ages 0 to 7, and we consider those more important than our own current experience, than what would truly make us feel satisfied and happy, and we hold on to that rather than allow ourselves to move into thought patterns that serve us and support us. But at the end of the day, what makes sense is to shift into those more positive thought patterns. And it doesn't just benefit you, it benefits everyone around you, because if you feel controlled by your emotions and your emotions are negative and you feel stuck, you are not sharing the best of you with the world or with anyone in your life, not even that person you're in a relationship with, when you feel controlled by your emotions. But when you are in control of your emotions and taking responsibility for them by monitoring your thoughts and being the boss of them and not letting them run around like unruly children, then you can bring the best of yourself to every situation. And at first, like when I first started controlling my thoughts and changing my thoughts, it would take me days to just shift one thought. Days and days and lots of effort. Now, then that shrank down to maybe one day. And then it shrank down to half a day. And then it shrank down to an hour. And now I can do it in a matter of minutes. Like I can go from feeling just all kinds of negative emotion and then saying, oh, I feel this way because I'm thinking something that doesn't serve me, and addressing the thought and shifting into a new thought pattern and a new set of emotions within minutes. Sometimes I will allow those emotions to sit because there's something deeper that I need to address, and I won't try to do it quickly because I need to learn something or grow in some way. But most of the time, the little annoyances and the little negative feelings I have, I can shift pretty quickly, and I choose to shift them pretty quickly. So the way to control your emotions, in a nutshell, I know I went off on a few tangents, is to determine the root cause. What thoughts am I having that are causing me to feel this way? And you may have to ask a lot of why questions, a lot of what questions, or what would I have to believe in order for this to be true questions. And you have to be patient with yourself, and eventually you'll learn faster how to ask the right questions as well, and then shift those thoughts. Shift those thoughts, but thoughts repeated over and over again turn into beliefs. And it's what we believe that creates our experiences. So if we're having a negative emotional experience, it's because of something we believe, which is because of a thought that we've been thinking over and over and over again. So if we can pick a new thought and think that thought over and over and over again, it will eventually become automatic, and so will our experiences and our feelings and emotions. So we all have control over our emotional state. If you feel out of control, it's because you have a bad habit. So I hope this is helpful, guys. Check me out at coachingconsciouscreators.com. And if you're interested in working with me, I have a client intake form on that site. And you can also email me at coachingconsciouscreators@gmail.com. I hope you guys have an excellent day.